Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a follow-up video or a part 2 to the first one that went up yesterday of me. Actually, it's the wee hours of this morning, wasn't it? So you might get this in the same 24-hour period. This is the Beto Metalli prototype Halloween 2018 1/6 scale Michael Myers head sculpt. Beto Metalli, very well known in the custom world, does amazing stuff. Incredible sculpt on this one, but I just wanted it to be a bit more white, more of an off-white. So I've rehaired it and repainted it. Haven't lost any of the detail and it looks pretty damn good. And down here we have some other head sculpts from either different companies or different custom artists, some weapons, and my other setup over here, which is a little bit shorter, not that much shorter, but it works better for the Ryan Harper sculpt. This head sculpt by Beto Metalli is the biggest of the lot. This one's really big. It even looks a little bit too big for this setup, which is a JX02, quite a big body, but it still looks a little bit big to me. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this Beto Metalli sculpt. I just wanted to tweak it and fix it because it had been bugging me for a long time. Just the color, I wanted to tweak that and definitely needed to replace the hair. So that's all done now and I'm much happier with it. But like I said, it is very big. It's a large sculpt, so you'd really need not too much taller, but definitely a taller body. But then you're veering into Tyler Mane height territory, and it's James Jude Courtney, 6'3", so this is the perfect height-wise. This is the perfect setup. So I'll be switching around the heads on this body just to show you what that looks like. Let's just get in close here. You can check out some of the details. So again, I just dry brushed it with an off-white paint. Very careful to not have barely any paint on the brush, and just gently sort of brushing over the surface and just making sure none of the paint went into the cracks, which it didn't, and that worked out perfectly. So now it's got that nice ghostly kind of look that I just love, and it looks very intimidating. It's a really cool sculpt. Getting even closer. There you go. So the hairs turned out really nice. It's a really good color. It's mohair, the kind of hair that you usually use on a big life-size TOTS 78 mask. So it's not the exact kind of really nasty, kind of crinkly, is that the word? But it's not the exact kind of hair you should use for a H40, but it's all I had. And I just wanted to get on with it, and with the right kind of product in there and messing around with it in the future, I'm sure I'll get it looking a bit more accurate to the very recognizable 2018 hair. There's no other Myers mask from the movies that has the same kind of hair look that the 2018 one has. But really excellent sculpt. Again, this is the prototype sculpt, not the one that everyone else received when they got the full deluxe package. This was the earlier attempt by Beto, which he then, I think, scrapped and decided to tweak a few things, but I really do think he got it right the first time. I mean, from any angle, it looks absolutely fantastic. So we'll just back on up and we'll start switching around the heads. I just think it's a little bit big for this body, and this is already quite a big body. So if we take the I think this is the Soldier Story 1/6 scale body. So it's the kind of body that you'd usually get with like military figures. I'm just going to up the brightness a bit for you. There you go. So not that much shorter. There's really not too much in it. I mean, I guess there is a little bit. They're both pretty much on the same height stands. But yeah, the JX02 definitely a bit taller than the Soldier Story body that I'm using here. This one has double bend in the elbows, all that good stuff. Allows you to, if I could just get it, yeah, there we go. Definitely has double bend. Take my word for it. There you go. So you can bring the hand right up to the head. But yeah, those are the TOTS coveralls, which are really good. Excellent. And these are Tanila's Customs coveralls, which is the same person who gave over the blueprints to TOTS to make these. So, but yeah, just a little bit big for that body, I think, just a touch. So we'll just take that off, and it does go onto that neck joint really well, like it's meant to be on there. So let's try the TOTS head, which is one of my absolute favorites. I mean, it's absolutely undeniable from the side view here, I mean, that is it. That is it, 110%. That is absolutely dead on. Absolutely amazing. And I really do like the sculpted hair, which I've also repainted that, and the whole mask as well. Repainted this, got rid of all that kind of blue that it had on it originally. There we go. So I can fix this. You've got a pretty nifty angle there. Get some of these loose hairs out of the way. Always give your coveralls a tug at the ankles. Just tug the coveralls down, get them to kind of look a bit more weighty, like they're naturally hanging on his body. Alright, now that just looks, I mean, obviously, instantly it's like bang, perfection. Like proportions, the size of the head on the body, it's perfect. It's absolutely dead on perfect. So that's why I use the Tots head on this particular setup, because I just think it's absolutely spot on proportion wise, because things like that will bug me. Yes, I'm very anal about the details, but that's how you get to a very movie accurate figure, is obsessing over those little things over time, gradually fixing them one by one, until you end up with something that you pretty much consider to be almost perfect. So that is the Tots head on there. I think the Tots head, it looks great from dead on the front, but it really jumps out at you when you see it from askew like that. There's some moments towards the end of the movie where Michael throws Laurie over the balcony, and he kind of looks down, you see him looking over, and then Allison comes in and kind of looks over his shoulder when he hears her coming in the front door. But yeah, the Tots head is amazing. And the Ryan Harper sculpt, which is absolutely incredible. I'll just take that. But unfortunately it is a little bit small, just a little bit too small for this JX02 setup. But we'll still put it on here. Let me just pop that down again. Just make sure that's clicked into place. There we go. But yeah, this body over here, that's perfect for the Ryan Harper sculpt. Proportion wise, that works out perfectly, so we're all good. I will just show you what the Harper sculpt looks like on this setup. I mean, it's not that noticeable. See, that's the thing, you'd really want to see on the screen, if I could try and just like take a picture of each one and then show them all together. I'll try and do that for you at some point in the video. But yeah, that's the Ryan Harper sculpt on the JX02 with the Tanila's coveralls. And yeah, it's just a little bit too small for this setup. I know he's done quite a few variations of this now. He's done quite a few little subtle scale adjustments to depend on, you know, which body you're putting it on. You've got ones that are this scale. I mean, they're all 1/6 scale, but he's done some more now which are slightly bigger if you want to put it on you know, bodies like this. But there's no denying that sculpt is absolutely killer. Zoom in. One of my absolute favorite custom heads in the collection. Love it. Absolutely incredible, and really good hair. Alright, so now we'll try the Bree Toons Halloween Kills Unmasked Myers head. So that's Bree Toons. That's BRITOONZ on Instagram. He's the one who makes these cool heads. He's doing some other really good stuff as well. But I mean, really gnarly looking, really gross. It's obviously from Halloween Kills. We haven't seen the film yet at the point of me filming this one, folks. So it's not out yet, but it looks like there's going to be a scene with Michael Myers unmasked, walking around the mob, snatching his mask, or maybe Karen. Is that her name? I think she gets hold of his mask. But that looks pretty good. Proportion wise, not too bad. So pretty awesome stuff there. But yes, I do think ultimately it all comes down to the Tots head on this particular setup. It's just the one that's the best scale. There we go. But there's separate reviews, showcase videos on the channel for all these heads, folks. So if you want to see more, that is there for you on the channel if you wish. So we'll leave that head on there because that is clearly the one that should be on there. And really good range of motion as well. Look at that, it's just undeniable. Focus, camera. There we go, look at that. Silly business. And again, love the sculpted hair because you just don't have to mess with it. Just leave it be because it's perfect. It's just sculpted exactly how it should be. perfect length, hits the right point exactly, side profile, askew, dead on the front, that angle, this angle, that angle, just it's absolutely spot on. Look at that. Right, so that will be him. You shall be over there. And now just bring this over here. There's the other one over there. That's the other Bree-Toons head sculpt, the prototype. And we'll put, I think we'll go with, yeah, I always go with, let's just try the big Beto metallic head on this smaller body for a laugh. That should be amusing, because that's going to be way too big for that body. It's going to look weird. Let's pop that on there. Yeah, it's going to look hilarious. Yeah, it's just way too big. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's even too big for this body. So you need a big one to really get the best out of this head sculpt. I don't know if the second attempt by Beto that came with the deluxe package is slightly smaller than this. I don't know. But very happy with what I did, and I know a lot of people wouldn't do it, and that's absolutely fair play to you. You know, I understand it's a very expensive, rare piece. I paid for it, it's mine, you know, I've got every right to do what I did, but I understand that some people in the community might be like, how dare you? But it was very green, and I wanted it to be a bit more like this, and the hair was just not doing it for me. So little repaint, little rehair, and I think it's turned out fantastic. Very scary looking. I do love it. Alright, so let's get the Ryan Harper head back on this one where it belongs. And instantly, that's just perfect proportions. Very creepy looking one, this one. Very creepy. It's just something about it. So, I mean, two different versions. I still got these custom head sculpts for sale. Legio 7 V2, painted and haired by me. Halloween 2018. That is still up for grabs. Message me Instagram or Facebook or email. Email details are on the YouTube channel here if you scroll across. And this is the other, the V1 that I repainted and inserted the eyes. Got some really good hair on there. An amazing paint job if I do say so myself. Spent a long time getting this really just how I wanted it. So that is also for sale, folks. Sweet. Drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe, follow me on Instagram at DKnight3 for free. I'll see you soon, take it easy, bye bye.